I bent down and swallowed 10 iron nails. But as I stood up, I started vomiting. To the crowd's amazement, I spat out an egg. Impressed by my trick, the audience tossed coins at me. Back home, I happily had my mother shake my body, and a pile of coins came clattering onto the floor. Seeing her smile, I vowed to give her a better life. But as I grew up, I realized street performing didn't pay much. I needed to do something massive to get famous. So I went to provoke the sheriff, boasting that no prison could hold me. Angered, he locked me in a cell. He searched me thoroughly, even checking my mouth, but he found nothing. After everyone left, my real act began. From my throat, I pulled out a hidden steel nail and used it to escape. The sheriff was livid. He decided to chain me up with iron shackles and even taped my mouth shut. He thought he'd made it foolproof, never noticing one of my fingers was fake. I pulled out a tiny metal piece from it and successfully escaped again. The press went wild covering my 2 incredible escapes. I became a famous magician, but I wanted more. I came up with a new act, suspending myself in the air while bound hand and foot. A crowd of curious people packed the scene. I twisted my body, dislocated my shoulders to free my arms, and broke loose from the restraints. Everyone was stunned. My fame grew so much that even the Russian royalty invited me to perform. I had them write down their wishes. No matter what they wrote, I would make it come true. The princess picked one at random. I opened the note but froze. Because I couldn't read Russian, the audience burst out laughing. I had to ask a queen to translate. She said the wish was impossible, because asking an antique clock with a rotted spring that hadn't chimed in 800 years to ring again was pure nonsense. But I was confident. I opened the window, pulled a silk scarf out of a handkerchief, and drew a rope from it. Then I invited the princess to pull it. The ancient clock actually chimed. The royals called it a miracle. But the truth was, I'd secretly swapped the note earlier, so the wish was always for the clock to ring. And my accomplice was hidden nearby with a silenced rifle. The moment the princess pulled the rope, he fired at the clock to make it sound. Later, I was also invited to perform for the German royalty, but the king wasn't impressed by my usual tricks. I knew I had to pull out something special. So I invited a general onto the stage to demonstrate his marksmanship. The king finally looked interested. I asked the general to inspect the bullet, then loaded it into the rifle. Just as he took aim, I stepped in front of the target. I announced I'd catch the bullet with my teeth. No one could believe it, but I insisted the general fire.
Pull the trigger!
When the smoke cleared, I stood there unharmed and spat the bullet from my mouth. Everyone was stunned.